a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Appreciate you spending some time with us here on the program and supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. 80 different categories of consumer advocates, and we always help you win in any marketplace. And depending on what you're looking for, attorneys, CPAs, financial advice, recreation, medical. We're getting into self-defense, of course, today with Thomas King in the house. We want to be that resource for you and help you win in any marketplace. Over 10 years on air now on the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And I want to invite you to our upcoming gratitude party, our third Thursday happy hour event happening at Ours Creole Smokehouse over on East Tarpon Avenue in Tarpon Springs. This one's on Thursday, May 16th, 6 o'clock. Be there and meet with our expert contributors, our radio show personalities, and our real estate team. We're going to have Abby and Alex is going to be hosting that for us. I'm going to be at a graduation, but Thursday, May 16th, 6 o'clock. It's going to be a happy hour event over at Ours Creole, and you are invited. You, our listening audience, our show. We greatly appreciate everybody that comes out and engages with the show and meets with us at these different events, or even calls the hotline, 727-263-3707, 727-263-3707. Anything you hear on the show today, we would love to connect with you about that. Any questions, comments you have as well. So we've got Thomas King coming up here, also in studio with us, Alex BlackBelt Lima. Alex, welcome back in, sir.
Hey, buddy, always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to quote-unquote hosting that event there. Since I'm there, ladies and gentlemen, there may or may not be a dance battle. Okay. And there may or may not be a secret fight club meeting after the event, but we can't talk about it.
So I'm going to put the cardboard down on the ground and break dance it out.
There you go. Got the cardboard back in the day. I love that throwback there.
Adidas tracksuits, everybody. Adidas
tracksuits.
That's
parachute
the attire.
pants.
Yeah. Kangos and tracksuits.
Yeah. What's the Z Cavaricis?
Yo. What's up? Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I like that. We got my hunting buddies with me here on the mic today, too. Thomas King, Florida Firearms, Alex Lima. Had a good hunting trip a while back, and he invited us back. We got to go visit Larry again over at Razor Ranch. That was fun.
I'm excited. That was a great time, and you know what? Even though I didn't get anything, it was so therapeutic. Yeah, and that's what made it amazing for me.
It was so peaceful. It was insane how peaceful it was. And you know, for the average person, all those people that are afraid of firearms and anti-hunting and all this stuff, I cannot tell you how amazing it was to get back out there and get in touch with nature and just be where it's quiet and serene. Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful.
Off the charts.
There's something natural, about that, just that call of that. Because think about our lifestyle we live today. Even something...
too busy, too much noise.
Yeah, too busy,
we see
too much
cars,
noise.
Traffic, pollution. How many times did you see 100 deer in front of you? Yeah. I don't know if you experienced that, but I had these deers come right up to me and I was feeding them.
Yeah.
So.
I thought I was getting punked at first. I was like, we're here for like a hog hunting trip. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I didn't even think it was fathomable
they let them out of the gates,
100 deer in one place.
I know.
It's just crazy.
Unreal. And that's
it was beautiful.
Razor Ranch. So props to them for a beautiful, well-equipped place with so much wildlife. Yeah. If you're looking to do a hunting experience, check that place out.
Well, he invited us back, and this time we're going to hunt something different.
Yeah. What are we hunting?
We're going to gator hunt this time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go get some gators.
All right. Well, you can do it also as well if you join the Army, but that's not gators. Go out there and they pay for your ammo and everything.
That's true. Yeah, paid ammo.
Speaking gators, of ammo, never did gator hunting.
The cost of ammo is going up these days.
Oh, it just went up today. Actually, today was, they said, luckily you bought so much yesterday that today it went up, I think it was about 40 to 50 cents my cost.
Wow.
Per box.
Per box.
Man.
Per
yes,
box.
So that's scary. And that's because they're running low on powder. They have all these contracts with the government. They have to replenish them first.
Right.
And all this powder comes from China.
Wow.
We don't know how to make anything anymore. It's kind of
that's
sad.
That's a spot for us to really keep an eye on with our politicians if they would really want to work for us. But we got Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy in the house. We're going to talk about events that he has, as well as Alex BlackBelt Lima in the house, other self-defense expert with his martial arts studio and education that he offers there as well. Before we do, I just want to let you know about a couple of hot listings from the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. It's 6101 Bayside Drive. This one's in Newport Richey. Newport Richey is a great area. This is in Gulf Harbors, Newport Richey. $1 million listing from the Platinum MVP team. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3852 square feet, quarter-acre lot. You have lush palm trees, beautiful corner lot location. Bring your boat, bring your jet skis, and enjoy that Florida lifestyle to the fullest. Hurricane-grade doors and windows. Living room features a wood-burning fireplace. And this one has access to the Gulf of Mexico. So you go out there, you go fishing, you enjoy that lifestyle. You also have a beautiful community with sandy beaches, world-class fishing there, diving, water sports, and more. Check out 6101 Bayside Drive, Newport Richey, one of our $1 million listings from the Platinum MVP team. Also, I've got a bar for sale over at 5402 West US Highway 92. Could be converted to a restaurant as well, I believe. You know, they have a great opportunity here. It's a corner lot location as well. This one has that COP license, which is a really unique liquor license where you can sell packaged liquor, and you can also take it to a location. You can go on location and host private events. This real estate property includes 16 taps, ice machines, flat screens, TVs, on-site ATM. You have jukebox, pool tables, well-established website and online presence. This is 5402 West US Highway 92. The Finish Line Saloon is for sale, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy in the house, our Second Amendment expert contributor. What else are you seeing out there, Thomas?
Well, I'm seeing sunny Florida and how beautiful it is here. I just got back from Alaska. Amazing trip. You know, Alaska is gorgeous. The last frontier, all that good stuff. Yeah. I actually went over there and I dropped my dad's ashes off over there because that's where he wanted to be laid to rest. So, because it's so beautiful. But I think the three of us pull some money together. We can get that bar over there. Start something new. Maybe we can host a radio show out of there.
There we go.
Play some pool tournaments. Yeah. It's been going on. The store's been crazy. We've been super busy. We got some huge donations that we're giving away. We're doing one to the Fraternal Order of Police. We donated a Colt 1911. It is beautiful competition model. For $10, you can come in and get a ticket. All those proceeds, 100%, are going to go to the fallen officer for the families to take care of them, because the government just doesn't say, hey, you know what, we're going to set you up for life because you lost a loved one.
Wow.
And then we have Nick Fiorentino. He's running for judge for Pinellas and Pasco. Amazing guy. You met him out at one of our parties there. He was one of the spokesmen, and we just want to help him get elected. So we're going to have this awesome 357 Rossi lever action rifle that all the proceeds are going to go to his campaign, up to a limit because they are limited to what they can get and how much they can raise. And then we have a beautiful 1911 Springfield 10 millimeter. You can win this for $10. All that's going to happen this month. And we're going to do it live on Facebook, but that's going to be for the veterans of foreign wars. These are the things that I have donated to help out. So when I do a charity, you get something. I put it up 100%. It comes out of my pocket. I want you to know that you could win this. Someone's going to win this. You've won firearms from us too as well. It's not a scam. You'll see it live, and it's always for a good cause.
Absolutely. I love that. And Thomas King, I remember also a little while back we had a mutual friend on, Josh Wostall.
Yeah.
When he was running for county commission. He's actually going to be on the show next week as well.
Fantastic. He is a great guy doing amazing things. I actually donated some cool pistol for him for his campaign because, wow, he has gone above and beyond my expectations of what he's doing. He's actually calling the people out that are stealing the money from Tampa, and he's getting slack for it, but he's getting a lot of people following him and saying, wow, this is the kind of politician we need here in Hillsborough County.
Absolutely. You need people to step up, man. You need people to step up and not play both sides and try to play that middle ground, that rhino-type Republican, you know.
Just do what's best. You know, you'll always get elected if you just do what's best for the people. Yeah. And I don't mean, hey, you know, these people our feelings are hurt. No, you have to do what's best for the country, the state, the people. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what side you're on. You do that, you're going to get reelected.
Yeah. We had Billy Christensen on the show a few weeks back, and he's running for supervisor of elections. He had some really interesting things to say, too, about a lot of the, what was it, Alex? Something like 50+ thousand people.
Voter fraud, essentially. The ballots all being all jacked up and stuff.
Yeah, and people, but they also lost their identification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was this loss of identification in the voter rolls, and there was no accountability. They didn't even bring it up anymore because it was, the other party in power.
Look what it would do.
Yeah,
people would go nuts. My vote doesn't count anymore. They really need to have this lockdown to where it really does matter. It really does count. People have like 100% trust in the government in a lot of things. And that's terrifying. You shouldn't even trust yourself 100% because you know what? People go to the casino and they go, "Oh, I'm not going to spend this $5,000. I'm only going to spend $200,000," and they spend it all. Or they're the designated driver. I'm not going to drink. I'll just have one. And next thing you know, they're passed out. You got to know your limits. And the government, if you're the most powerful creature on this planet running our country, of course they're going to do what they got to do. Politicians are politicians. Yeah. You remember back in the 60s when they said, hey, you know what? In 10 years, all the oil will be gone. In 10 years. And what did that do? That raised so much taxes, people became billionaires. And in the 70s, it was, we would freeze over for another ice age. In 10 years, this is going to happen. And they had to raise all this money and taxes, and people became billionaires. In the 80s, it was we're going to have acid rain and all the food and water will be destroyed. We need to raise money for researches and people became billionaires. In the 90s, it became over to where we were going to destroy our ozone layer and everything's going to burn up. And then in 2000, it was going to be our ice caps are going to melt. In 10 years, this is what's going to happen. Everything's going to become flooded. And right now, it's we're going to have global warming. And actually they said, I think it's in 3 more years, we could have the world end because of global warming right now. And you have 50% of the scientists saying, yeah, this is true. And 50% are saying, no, that's not true at all. We do all the studies. And who gets funded by this? On one side, they have to say it. So you got to believe in what you got to believe. Do your own research. People are becoming billionaires because of the last 40, 50 years. They're saying all these natural disasters are happening. Right now, the only disaster that you need to look at is on the news right now. You have all these protesters. You have people coming across our border, people kicking in your doors. You have fentanyl coming across. And nothing's really being done about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what gets me is you normally would have an opposition party. You would have a party that says, no, we're going to fight this. We're going to do everything we can within our means to push back, to have some type of opposition. But, Alex, it seems like we don't have that opposition party.
I believe, the people need to be the opposition party. I'm not saying we all need to grab pitchforks and go crazy, but like we were talking about with Jenny Restrepo the last time she was on, a lot of the problems with inflation and things going up is the consumer. It's the people. These companies are only making billions of dollars because you're continuing to buy Starbucks and all this stuff. Stop buying it, they don't make the money. They can't have the monopoly. It's just one example, obviously. But, as far as these things, people coming through, I mean, guys, we got to stand up. You have to stand up to bullies. I'm big anti-bully, right? You got to stand up to bullies. So how do we do that? We start. You have, for one, you got to go out and vote. You have to make at least, even if we say our vote doesn't count. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my vote doesn't count. But at least I made myself heard. I let that guy know that I didn't vote for him.
You did what you could do.
Exactly. And you got to do something.
You're right, spot on for the what's going on with the percentages, what we're doing when people don't have any money. People say, I only make $250 a week, on my pay, but I'll go buy $9 a coffee from Starbucks.
Don't do that.
Stop that.
We got to get to break, fellas. But more with Thomas King and Alex Lima coming up. Also, here's the tease for coming up. What we're going to talk about. This is from Mark Levin, the great one they call him. Biden has been secretly targeting Florida with planes filled with illegal aliens from outside the United States. This is further proof of his reasons for an open border to change the demographics, citizenship, congressional districts, all on the behalf of the Democratic Party. Coming up more here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to talk a little bit about that and what you can do to protect yourself and protect your home coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. All right, Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. A couple of hot listings, then we're going to jump back into this content with Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, and Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts. Quick shout out to my massage therapist. This is Divine Balance Alternative Healing. She does a great job. You've got a lot of upgrades here, enhancements as well that you can add on. Hot towels, hot stones. You got Reiki, aromatherapy, infused oils, reflexology, and more. Check out DivineBalanceAlternativeHealing.com. DivineBalanceAlternativeHealing.com. Great location on Alt 19 in Palm Harbor. All right, a couple of hot listings for the Platinum MVP team. We got a property at 5642 Egret's Place. This one's in Newport Richey. Beautiful property right here in Tampa Bay. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square foot home on a 1/4 acre lot. You're in a gated community. You have a heated pool with a waterfall, elevator in the garage, access from the garage, of course, servicing the entire house. Gourmet kitchen, center island featuring a sink, wine refrigerator as well. Beautiful property at 5642 Egret's Place, Newport Richey, Florida. 18522 Gulf Boulevard. This one's on Indian Shores, and I love this beach property. This is a $1 million listing from the Platinum MVP team. 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,000 square foot beachfront condo, Indian Shores. Updated kitchen. You have granite countertops, mosaic backsplash. Beautiful property right on the beach. Well, my favorite deal is you walk out your road. You walk out. You're not crossing a road. Rather, you're coming out your front door, walking past your parking spaces, past the community heated pool, and you're on the sugar sand beaches and dolphin-filled waters at 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores. You can see all of our listings. PlatinumCoastalElite.com. That's right. Shout out to our veterans out there. We love our veterans. And speaking of veterans, you know, it's like with all these different programs going on by the Biden administration, you know, it seems to be helping these refugees and helping these illegals and flying them into the country. Here's a quick clip I wanted to play about migrants being shipped or flew into Florida.
Now, connected to this refugee discussion, the House Homeland Security Committee recently released data on migrant flights into the U.S. Remind us what we've learned so far about those migrant flights.
Sure. So according to data released by Committee Chairman Mark Green, Florida is by far the most popular landing spot for these flights. From January through August of last year, about 200,000 migrants flew into the U.S. through this program. Roughly 80% of them flew into Florida to one of 4 cities: Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, or Tampa Bay. Governor Ron DeSantis' office told Morning Wire in a statement this week that Biden's parole program is unlawful and constitutes an abuse of constitutional authority. Florida is currently suing the Biden administration over the program.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, it's just unbelievable. 200,000 have been flown into the country between that period of time of January and August. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Tampa. So Tampa Bay is on that list, Thomas.
We're the hub.
What do we need to do? What do we need to think about in terms of self-defense here?
We need to find out where all that tax money came from to fly all those people over here. I mean, that's my money to bring in illegals. That's breaking the law anyways, coming into the country illegally. Come on over. Hey, do it legally. But if you're going to pay someone to do it and come over illegally, isn't that treasonous? I don't know.
It really is.
Yeah, I have a question about that, actually. How did all this get approved without taking it to the vote of the American people?
No one gets to vote these days.
No one's going to say,
yeah,
that's cool.
Nobody. I
Especially
promise
Florida.
you, if anybody would have asked, hey, are we all cool with going to war and helping Ukraine and sending all our money and bullets and stuff over there? Everybody cool with that? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the numbers would have been...
Or where's that money going really?
Exactly.
Well, this is the same administration that has drained the strategic oil reserve. We're at our lowest point in history. That has ties to China and Ukraine, and of course we have laptop proving it. And there's no or a very limited opposition party. That's the challenge right now.
So that's what we're talking about. The election is coming up. Does not matter who wins. It's going to be a crap show either way. Whoever wins is going to be riding on the other side. So that's why people are coming in. When's the best time to train? Right now, it's not, oh, you know what, while all this is going on, I should have gotten training or learned how to use that. And that's the same thing for Alex, too, as well. I bet a lot of people are trying to get into your classes right now, but with the money and everything, they had these college kids come out and they said, you know what, I had to work 2 hours to afford in Publix these 3 pieces of raw chicken that I can cook. How is that even fair right now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
And when you talk about sustainability, they're talking about electric cars that everyone's got to have one in so many years. That's not even physically possible. We don't have enough coal and energy and real energy to pump all this electricity into these cars. It's just not. It's not going to happen. But
and they're front heavy when you build them. And Ford just came out. They lost a lot of money. Ford and Chevy. So this is a whole electrical scam. It's not working.
How is it going? All these cars, if they're all electric, going to go over our infrastructures, our bridges? They're going to be way too heavy. It's going to damage them.
Yeah.
So they really need to think about this. But in training, Alex, I wanted to talk to you about that. How is that going? Because everybody's trying to get get into some kind of training, physical training, at least hand-to-hand, something that they can stop someone that comes at the close combat.
Yeah, so you hit it right on the head. I honestly probably have more, I would say, I hate to think of it just like customers because I always think of the people that I train as like students and they become part of like, black belt family essentially. But I probably have more quote unquote leads than I ever have and feelers of people wanting to find out. But then it comes down to economical reasons. Not every,
can I afford
unfortunately, try to afford it. And I try to work with people as best as I can. But I mean, every time I'm training somebody, that's time away from my family, things I can do. I mean, in the end, I do have to, I got to clean the place. You have to have overhead. There's things that have to be paid for.
Is there a way that you can do for, let's say, every girl that goes to college and off college, she should learn your class 6 months at least?
Exactly.
Is there a way that you could do like a 501c3 where the government helps fund these girls to pay to do it, to pay, you and your costs as expenses? Because every girl, just like in anything, they should learn this 100%.
Yes.
It could save their lives.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you 100% on all that. And I try to do as much as I can. Like I have with Brandon and Livian and all that stuff coming up. I'm actually going to be doing a free women's only self-defense seminar.
Yeah,
I mean, but again, I can only
love
do that
it
so many times.
I'm going to hook you up as well.
I can, brother. Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to like that.
I have a big event coming up that I'm going to have it monthly, and I'm going to make sure that you're going to be involved in it.
I'm in.
Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, 30 seconds, back to you.
I got a huge sale starting on the 6th of this month. It's going to be for our Memorial Day sale, and we're going to make sure we take good care of you, and you're going to get a lot of stuff. If you're signed up for our email, you're going to get all the emails that we're going to have for this huge event, and if you would like to reach out to us, it's at ffatampa.com. Follow us on Facebook, Florida Firearms Academy, or give us a call at 813-221-FIRE.
FFAtampa.com is the URL, FFAtampa.com, and also go to the Facebook page. They're doing a lot of cool giveaways, contests. He just mentioned some before there as well. So Memorial Day sale coming up. Florida Firearms Academy. Thomas King, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk with Andrew Kube, US Commercial and Business Capital, and talk about all things financing. And on the business side, very specific niche here. There's a lot of U.S. dollars that are going overseas that you're seeing all these different things. But these are dollars coming into business owners that are looking to buy businesses and, of course, stop being a lease and a tenant and buy real estate. We're going to talk about that here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Coming up, Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, to find out about some of the government programs available for business owners out there. He's got a really cool rent replacement program, turn you into a business owner and an actual owning your space versus leasing your space, coming up here in just a moment. And before we do, a couple of hot listings here from the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. We got a property at 7325 Skybird Road. This one's number 399 in Bradenton, Florida. This is a great opportunity. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. You have a 1-car garage, 1,520 square foot condo, lake views, beautiful lake views there in Bradenton, Florida. That's Manatee County. Granite countertops, wood cabinets, stainless steel appliances. You have a beautiful amenities are including an 81-foot style, lagoon style heated pool, that is, a clubhouse, fitness center as well at 7325 Skybird Road, unit number 399 in Bradenton, Florida. Great opportunity to buy close to the beach. You're right near the beaches there in Manatee County. 147 Callaway Avenue in Spring Hill, another one of our listings here from the team. This one's the more value, the more bang for the buck, the further north you go. This one's a great value. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage. You got a paved driveway. You have a fenced-in property with a back patio, screened-in lanai. Fully renovated top to bottom just 4 or 5 years ago. 147 Callaway Avenue in Spring Hill. Another one of our beautiful listings. Got a custom chef's kitchen with high-end features and a walk-in pantry. You can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down.
All right, Andrew Kube, welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thanks, Brandon. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Tell us more about what you're doing on U.S. Commercial and Business Capital.
Yeah, so Brandon, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, we've been in business for about 5 years. I've been in lending for almost 30 years. And what we do at U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, we help people find money. On one side of our business, and when I say find money, we help them find the cheapest money that's available for their particular projects. We have relationships with over a few hundred banks across the country, and what our job is first off, we work with investors, those looking to develop, purchase, refinance any existing investment properties that they have, whether it's residential or whether it's commercial, any type of property that you can think of. And then on the other side of our business, so we help those investors grow their portfolios. And on the other side of our business, we work with business owners. The SBA has set aside $5 million for every small business that's out there. And whether you are a startup, an existing business that wants to grow, you're looking to buy into a franchise, or looking to buy a business, we help you get the funding for those projects as well. We have tons of other working capital programs, programs for businesses that might not want to buy real estate. We can help them get money to grow their business that way. And I personally talk to about 50 clients every month, so I am up to date on who's lending. On the investor side right now, a lot of banks have pulled out of investor real estate. So that's really where I can come in and help a client if they're looking to try to buy any type of investor real estate. They're looking for the best interest rates, the best terms on the market. That would be a time to give me a call. I've already vetted it, and I work with banks that are local to Florida, credit unions, and then national lenders, and I have tons of relationships in the Tampa Bay market and across the country. So on the investor side, that's what we do. And then on the business side, we do a lot of work through the SBA. And as I said, the SBA has set aside $5 million for every small business that's out there. And we have relationships with 20 to 25 SBA lenders. And every lender likes different projects. So what we do is we vet the lenders, we help negotiate the client's pricing, and we help them get the best deal that's out there.
Yeah, I like that. We're talking with Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, and a lot of times business owners kind of get stuck in that mindset of, I'll just renew the lease. I'm just going to, pay it. I'll lock myself in for another 2 or 3 years, 3 to 5 years. Can you give us an example of someone that's a recent success story where they've gone in and really took you want to take control of your financial future, especially on the business side, because there's a lot of dollars that are going out, paying out to leases when you could own the real estate, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had mentioned previous about a program, a specialty program that I have. It's for business owners that are currently leasing their real estate. They basically are paying someone else's mortgage instead of paying their own mortgage. Sometimes cost them, a couple $100,000 per year. If you put the money into someone else's pocket opposed to yours, or and then your landlord's getting the tax write-off. So it's much smarter as a business owner, especially if the end game is to sell your business one day. You don't have any children to leave it to. It's smarter instead of closing it down to sell it. So by owning that property, it's going to really put you in a great position for retirement, where you can sell the property, sell the business, or sell the business and rent the property out to whoever buys it. The specialty program is called the Rent Replacement Program. And a recent story, a success story, is I had a client recently that owned a tire shop. They did they owned a tire shop. They put on tires. They probably changed the oil, I think, too. They did oil and tires, and they bought a property for $500,000. Oh, I'm sorry. They had a tow truck business as well, and they bought They bought the property for $500,000. We got them 2 tow trucks at $150,000 apiece. So now they're up at $800,000. We got them a loan, $100,000 in working capital, and we redid the driveway and put a new roof on the property. I think the total project cost was about $950,000, and they actually put no money down.
Wow!
They paid for their appraisal, they paid for their environmental, and they got 2 new tow trucks. They now have a place that they're paying their own mortgage. They were able to redo the roof and the driveway, and they did this for no money down. And this was under the rent replacement program. So if you're a startup business or you're working out of the house, in that same scenario, it would have been 10% down. But just think about that. You bought the property for $500,000. You got 2 tow trucks for $300. Now we're at $800. You got $100,000 in working capital. Even if you had to put down 10%, which would be $90,000 in that example, you're walking away with $100,000 in cash. Plus, you're getting the two new trucks, and you're getting the roof and the driveway paid for the location. So, I mean, even at a 10% down, if you're starting a business, it's so much smarter to buy the real estate at the beginning of the process because everything is going to be based off projections.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that just sounds like an unbelievable, opportunity for people to, leverage other people's money, OPM, other people's money. And we hear Mark, our financial advisor, he's always talking about starting a business. If you're a W-2, you start a business. This is how you're growing wealth. You're utilizing the tax code as a way to grow your wealth. And real estate is a big component of that. There's a lot of other tricks in the trade there that we can help you with. We're talking with Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. You can reach out to the show hotline if you'd like more information. Again, the federal government set aside $5 million. The SBA has set aside $5 million for every business owner out there. Reach out to the show, 727-263-3707, 727-263-3707, and we'll put you in touch with Andrew Kube. And if you need any other contacts, just let us know. That's what we did the show over 10 years. We set up the show as that consumer advocate for you here in Tampa Bay, helping you win in any marketplace. Andrew, I know you got to bounce. You got another call lined up. Give us your final thoughts and other ideas.
Yeah, I'd like to close on, if you need money for your investments, to grow your portfolio, or if you're a business owner out there and you're looking to buy real estate for your business, whether you're looking to buy land to develop your new location, because all these projects for the business owners can be ground up too. So just give us a call. Give Brandon a call at the show. We're here to help you. We have the relationships of all the different banks in the United States, and we know who's going to like your project and give you the best deal.
So, Andrew, you can help people buy dirt as well?
Absolutely. So let's take this.
Love it. I didn't get that one in there. I love that song. Andrew Kube, what's the best place for people to connect with you?
You can reach out to me at 727-296-8650, or you can visit our website at USCB Capital. That's US, C for commercial, B for business, capital.com.
All right, good stuff. Always a pleasure catching up with you, Andrew. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Brandon. Have a good day.
All right. We're going to come back. We're going to talk with Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts. Also, we're going to give away 2 tickets for the Miss Virginia Deep Sea Fishing. We had Captain Jesse on yesterday's show, and he said, hey, man, I had such a good time in studio with you guys. I want to offer 2 tickets. So we're going to do that as well coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. 2 free tickets for deep sea fishing right out of Tarpon Springs here. You're going to get instructions on how to do that. It's not call the line. It's going to be to hit the social media up. So we're going to talk about that more with Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts. Feel good story of the day as well coming up. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Coming up more with Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts, self-defense. Also a interesting clip about hookup culture and what you should be looking for in life versus some of this what culture is pushing and what the mainstream media is and all these different places are pushing. We're going to talk about that here coming up as well on the show. Quick shout out to our friends at Replenish IV Solutions, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. I love going in there once a month. I get my vitamin infusion drip. I get the Myers cocktail, something like the Myers cocktail, right into my bloodstream. Myers cocktail and other types of infusions into your bloodstream. ReplenishIVSolutions.com. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives. All right, a couple of hot listings, and then we're going to give away a couple of these tickets for Miss Virginia Deep Sea Fishing. Give you instructions on how to do that coming up here on the program. We've got a property available at at 21480 Southwest Marine Boulevard. This one's in Dunedin, Florida. Dunellen, Florida, that is. It's a little bit further north than Dunedin, that is. 21480 Southwest Marine Boulevard. This one's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You have a serene location nestled in the heart of Rainbow Lake Estates. Recently installed beautiful vinyl plank flooring. You have extra spacious great room flooded with natural light, tranquility flowing through, a retreat with entertainment alike. You have a great location here. You're close to the world-renowned crystal clear waters of Rainbow Springs at 21480 Southwest Marine Boulevard, Dunellen, Florida. Another one of our beautiful real estate listings. Now, the further north you go, you're getting more value up there as well. So it's a great opportunity for you to buy real estate here in Tampa Bay. Check out 6101 Bayside Drive, Newport Richey. This is one of my favorite listings right now. It's $1 million listing. We got open houses going on. This is a waterfront beauty here in Tampa Bay. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3852 square feet, quarter-acre lot. Bring your boat and jet skis. You can hook it up to your private boat dock there with bay access to the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane-grade windows and doors. This has access to the Gulf of Mexico. There's a really cool community there. Gulf harbors where you have sandy beaches, world-class fishing, diving, water sports just off the coast there. Beautiful property at 6101 Bayside Drive, Newport Richey. Another one of our $1 million listings from the Platinum MVP team. You can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. All right, Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts. Producer Alex also runs his own business, Fitness and Martial Arts, and we like to chime in on these different topics of relating to culture. Alex, I want to start with this clip, and then we'll get some take on it. But Charlie Kirk's one of my favorite guys, show host here, and doing such a great job. God bless Charlie Kirk and all of the other show hosts here at Salem, but he does a great job when it comes to reaching the youth.
People need to date with the intent to marry. I'm a big critic of hookup culture in its current form. I believe sex should be sacred and is sacred, and it's really thrown away way too generously in this society and culture. And I can tell you I'm super blessed. I have the best wife in the world. We have an amazing life. Building a family is the coolest thing ever, and my prayer for all of you is that you one day can do that.
That's so cute.
It's honestly the most joyful thing, and I've had some pretty amazing experiences. I've been very, very blessed. And the greatest joy I've ever had is coming home to my little daughter running up to my leg. There's nothing that even comes close to it. Not flying on Air Force One, not meeting with presidents. That pales in comparison to your little girl coming up and squeezing your leg.
And Alex, I know you can relate to that. One of my favorite moments recently was my little boy. I'm sitting there watching TV, and he'll just kind of look at you and smile and say something. He's just now starting to talk very well, and he puts his arms around my neck, and just kind of gives me a hug. Yeah. But isn't that those are some of the best memories that you have? I look back to my daughter as well, just riding the bike with her one time, and she looks at me and says, "You're awesome." Just those types of memories. It's like those stay with you. So it's really true what he's saying about the hookup culture.
Yeah, so those are not some of the best memories you'll ever have. They are the best memories you ever have. I can guarantee you. I'm not there, at least that I'm aware of, or I can't remember. I've been close, I guess I would say, to some near-death experiences. But when you're reflecting back on your life, you're honestly not going to care, Brandon, how much money you had in the bank,
exactly,
and how much what you were driving, and you're going to think, man, I did some cool stuff. But at the end of the day, you're gonna remember things like, man, the time you spent with your kids, or the first time you saw, when you saw your wife walking down the aisle, stuff. You really are, man. And despite what people may say and try to be like, oh, I don't need that crap in my life, and I just want to hook up with chicks and stuff like that. I promise you that is an empty existence.
Yeah,
it is an empty existence. There is something. Yes. I'm a firm believer in this, man. And listen, I was a young guy, myself, and I'm no Antonio Banderas or whatever, but I've had some chicks come at me and stuff, and it's like. Yep. It's an empty existence, and there's something very, very beautiful, and it's being lost in today's society about being with one person, building a life together. There is something absolutely beautiful about growing old with somebody, and building a family, and that is your true legacy.
Yeah,
that's what you're gonna be. Hopefully, that's what you're remembered for. And the hookup culture in society, it's not just the hookup culture. It's a lot of things, dude. It's devaluing human life and values.
Yes.
Right? It's a video game, and it's a game to just run around and shoot people.
Yeah.
They have to have more value on human life than that.
No, absolutely.
You're swiping left and right. You're literally picking who you're going to share energy with, because anytime you go out to date somebody, or if you get real physical with them, there is an exchange of energy that takes place. You're choosing who you're going to exchange your energy with, your life energy, by just playing a game, going left, right. Nah, oh, I don't like her teeth. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that shirt. Oh man, she's got a Biden poster in the back. Well, that one I would probably swipe opposite way for, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
But we're joking right now, but it's true, man. It's you have to put more value on this stuff, and more morals and values is what's needed in America specifically right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Great points there. And resisting that hookup culture is now more important than ever. And you look at, especially where the energies go, right? And the energy flow goes where your energy flows, right? Your focus goes where your energy flows. Yes. So if you're focusing on that and you're running around, and a lot of times it is the younger generation, the 20-somethings, etc. But I remember Napoleon Hill's book, he talked about the amount of energy, sexual energy that males have, young males, right? But here's a quote to think about, or a verse it is. It says Genesis 1:27, develop a healthy self-image. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. That's his Genesis 1:27. And when you think about that.
Say that one more time.
So
he made male and female, that's it?
Male and female, he created them.
Wow.
Okay. But I think it's the self-worth, right? We're going back to that self-worth that you kind of brought up there, is that you value yourself more than that.
Definitely.
And you think about your ancestors. Think about what they would be thinking, your grandparents and the generation before them. They would be looking at you, or people that did that. And of course, I was in that. You can throw me in that camp in my younger years. And they'd be saying, "Man, you're wasting yourself. You're wasting away."
It is.
There's so much more to life, right?
Yeah. Man, here's a great point that you just sparked. Talking about our ancestors and our grandparents. I will bet my house. I will bet everything I own. Okay. That if our ancestors and grandparents were behaving and acting and utilizing culture in the way that it's used today, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Human society would have ended already, because males and females aren't getting together.
Point.
You know what I'm saying?
We're losing
here.
We lost population. Did you see that?
Yeah,
we lost population. It just came out.
Basis.
We lost population. The United States, if it continues to trend, we will be a non-existent country. And some countries are like that. You're losing
ridiculous.
Population.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You got countries, begging for people to procreate.
Yeah.
That is insane to me, because it is our nature to come together and create life and experience life and stuff.
It really is.
You're literally fighting against human nature if you're in dealing and hanging about with the mindset of mainstream culture.
Absolutely. We're talking with Alex Lima, BlackBelt Fitness and Martial Arts. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, and pass that along to your friends, your younger generation. I really think that's the message that needs to get out. Alex, it was great having Captain Jesse on yesterday's show. He offered,
cool, yeah.
As he was leaving, he said, "Hey, I got a couple extra tickets here if you want to offer this out to your audience." So I appreciate him doing that. So this is the Miss Virginia Deep Sea Fishing Charter. And what you have to do to win these tickets, we got 2 tickets here. You're going to go on our social sites. It's at CQB Show on Facebook, Instagram. You can look up the Consumer Quarterback Show or at Brandon Rhymes 1 as well. And you're just going to write, fishing charter and why you want the tickets. We're gonna come up with a real good story here on why you want your tickets. And we got 2 tickets. We'll mail them to you. We got them in hand here. So just let us know. Go to the social media sites, Consumer Quarterback Show, at Brandon Rhymes 1. Follow, like, and then submit type in there. Hey, why do you want these tickets? Right?
Yeah,
I like that.
Why don't we? I don't know when we want to give out these tickets, but it would be kind of cool to maybe we'll announce the winner at the Hours Creole event.
That's a cool idea.
We'll go live and we'll announce it. We'll see.
That's a great idea.
Figure something out. I think that would be fun.
Come on out on Thursday, May 16th, 6 o'clock over at Hours Creole Smokehouse. It's 310 East Tarpon Avenue in Tarpon Springs. And you'll be able to meet Alex and Abby. Abby's from our real estate team, Abby Rutledge. She's been on the show. She's on the YouTube channel as well. Mm-hmm. And you'll be talking also with our host for the day as well, Alex BlackBelt Lima, going to be there as well. And it'll be a great time. So Thursday the 16th, 6 o'clock, Hours Creole Smokehouse. Maybe we'll announce that day who the winner is. It's East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs. Springs. Just go on social media if you want the 2 free fishing tickets here for Miss Virginia deep sea fishing, a couple $100 value there. We're going to offer that out in compliments of Captain Jesse with the Miss Virginia. So, hey, another great show. Alex, thanks again, man. Appreciate you chiming in. We had Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, FFAtampa.com, Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, $5 million set aside by the SBA for all small businesses out there. Find out how you can unlock that by visiting consumerqb.com. And, of course, we had our great conversation here on the program. Thanks to all of our producers as well behind the scenes putting the show together. Ryan, David, Alex, of course, greatly appreciate you guys. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.